Coruscant Guard gunship. Now, I have received a lot of comments asking me if this is going to be a police gunship.
Oh, yeah. I've got those comments too,
yeah. It is definitely not a police gunship. Yeah, that one. It's not that one. It uses the cockpit piece that like the gunship uses. So it's not a police gunship. It has so much dark red. So
well, yeah, even that. I mean, look at it. I mean, there's no dark red on that. I mean,
yeah, it's
zero
the
dark
reason people know it's a Coruscant Guard gunship is because it's a Coruscant Guard gunship. It is this gunship. It's not a police gunship, and even $140 for a police gunship would be insane anyway.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So yeah.
Do you think for the design style, do you think they're going to go like really, really dark red like that picture, or do you think they're going to do a design like some of those other Google images where it's still Coruscant Guard related, but it's not like strictly dark red like that one right there?
You mean like using a lighter red or?
Well, I guess the biggest thing. Click on the Brick Wizard 59 one right there, right next to it. The smaller one with the actual box art. The actual box art. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is, I mean, see how there's more white on the wings, like white stripes, kind of the white cockpit. Like, do you think it's going to be more white and red, or do you think it's literally going to look like that one, which is all dark red, pretty much?
I would go whatever it is in the Clone Wars is what I would think.
I mean, dude, the Brick Wizard 59 one looks dope.
Probably this. I mean, this is probably
what okay, sweet, yeah. Like, that's what I hope, man.
This stuff looks pretty good. That looks pretty good.
I mean, how are we gonna do those white stripes though, man? I don't got no faith they're gonna get those white stripes on the door.
Let me see. How did they do it? Oh, did they just put like paneling on it? See, like this. I mean, they're definitely likely not going to do a sticker, so I would imagine they do like, I can't tell what parts are used there, but I would imagine it's like this where they use like tiles on the outside. Yeah.
So you really do think that? I mean, they're going to do those white stripes? If you had to put money on it right now, white stripes.
They have to have the white stripes, but then again, they do plenty of things.
I mean, what I'm getting at is like, see a couple of those other designs, man. How it's just strictly flat dark red all over.
Okay, when you say, oh yeah, I don't know. I think it'll have the stripes. So, when you say actual gunship, not a taxi, are you talking about having both doors, like front and back? Because like this has two doors, but it doesn't have the front small door. Like I just want to know what people are looking for there. I think it should have both doors, right? Like I guess this goes to the source material. So you have this Galaxy Squadron one where they give it the bubble turret, but I don't think this one's going to have the bubble turret. I think this one's going to.
Dude, that'd be pretty damn sick if it does, man. I know you're a double door guy though, right? Like if you had to choose for your gunships, you're a double door guy, or are you a bubble turret guy?
I think I prefer the double doors. I'm not like really stingy about it one way or the other, but I think double doors is a cleaner look. But the way I think of it is like Episode 2 has turrets, Clone Wars has double doors. It's like my like mental. I don't know if that's like 100% accurate, but that's mentally how I think about it.
Well, I mean, there was technically no bubble turrets in Clone Wars, I don't think. But like remember, like on Bara, they had like the little light, the floodlights on the sides. Like, even that would be cool, man. Just to add a little something like floodlights on the side of a gunship.
The floodlights and like Plo Koons, I think, right?
Oh, I think on Brick Wizard's render, yeah. No, maybe not.
The one I got from Timmy had floodlights on it. Here's a good picture of one with floodlights. I would love a Plos Bros gunship that has floodlights like this. I think that's a really good candidate for a future gunship style. War Master Guru, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, sir.
I'll do a landing at Point Rain had bubble turrets in the Clone Wars.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say I'd be surprised if there weren't any at all. I don't remember, though. But, yeah. I don't know.
It's confirmed dark red, right? I think it was dark red, not regular red.
It's definitely dark red, yeah.
Okay. I think that's the right choice. I think dark red's much more accurate than regular red.
I would have. I think Munilus 10. I would have wanted the most. So what people would say when I would say, oh, they should do a Munilist 10 gunship. Well, that's too niche.
Base it off 03, dude. Like, and put the damn right anniversary label on there.
And people would say it's too niche, but it's like, well, then what is the Coruscant Guard gunship if not the epitome of niche? It's in one episode of the Clone Wars for all of 12 seconds. I don't know. And yeah, I just don't see the point of making the argument that anything is too niche at this point. It's a bad argument to make when it can be proven time and time again that they make niche stuff all the time. So I mean, yeah, I would. What's your power rankings on these?
On the Coruscant or the gunship styles?
So like, I don't know if there's five. Let's say there's 5 gunships that would, like, realistically they could have made this year. You have Munilist 10, Coruscant Guard. Obviously, they're making, which I wouldn't even fathomed, but they are making it. So
yeah,
Munilist 10, Coruscant Guard, Mando Season 3 with Kelleran Beck, Grogu and clones, just regular Clone Wars, and then Plo's Bros.
So rank those 5 in like kind of relevancy, kind of
like order you would want.
Okay, what I would want then, dude, I would go Munilist 1.
Number 1. Go with your number 1, and I'll go back and forth with you on each.
Munilist.
So I'm saying on Munilist. However, I think Munilist would have been the best for this year. But in a vacuum where LEGO had the foresight and knew about the Mando Season 3 scene, I think the Kelleran Beck gunship playset, it's the one that should have come out this year. Does that make sense? I agree.
Dude, that's really tough though, man. Because like I said, 03 do with Munilist. I mean, you give us the Fordo, you give us the OG right. Anakin, the 03. Like, so that is a hard pill for me to swallow, agreeing with you on that. But what I can say though, dude, is if they were to do a Kelleran Beck gunship, and drop it at the right time, dude, September 1st, or even August 1st, you push it up a little bit as close as they could to Mando Season 3. For all the people that say, oh, it's a prequel ship, whatever, some adults, some people don't like the prequel ships. I think that would have grabbed a lot of people that watch Mando that say, don't watch Clone Wars, don't watch these animated shows because it's just too kiddish or whatever. Like, I think that would have brought in an entirely new market, dude, for the people that wanted to get that set.
With the Kelleran Beck gunship, basically, you have Kelleran Beck. My concept is Kelleran Beck, Grogu, 2 shock troopers, and 2 regular troopers without helmet holes, of course. And what you do with them is you take what you're getting out of that is you are getting that, like you said, new market of people that just like it from the Mandalorian, that just saw it. And they're like, oh, that's awesome, I want that. That's really cool. That's how Grogu escaped, basically, right?
Yeah.
And you have that play sequence, so you get the Bark Speeder in there as well. You have the play ability where you can have the gunship chase the Bark Speeder. Great play set, right? So you're gonna make all these sales to like people that think it's a good set for that reason, or whatever. And then you're gonna have all the clone boys in the yard for the clone troopers in the set. And the gunship is a standard gunship.
Yeah.
You would sell a lot. Captain C, thank you. We talked about it earlier. It may or may not be, and they still don't look good because they have double holes, but that's besides the point. And we also,
So what I can agree with you on that is Kelleran Beck, from everything we're talking about right now, seems like it would be on the complete upper echelon of sell-through rate for them. Sell the most. And something like the Coruscant Guard gunship, like we've kind of discussed, dude, that's like bottom level, man, because whether these people are like just saying it to say or whatever, you have a lot of these people saying like, oh, I'm not buying Coruscant gunship, I just want white gunship. So it's
I have noticed a lot of people have said they won't.
A lot of people do, yeah.
I was surprised by.
Yeah, because you think about, I don't know if maybe it comes down to a monetary standpoint, which again, I'm not knocking anyone for that, but all these people that are it's still a gunship, man. It's still a very well priced gunship with very good minifigures, aside for the helmet holes, but like very good minifigures. Like if you are a prequel fan and you've been kind of advocating for gunships and this and that, dude, like, and what I've kind of said before, I think we can both agree on this. Them choosing to make this Coruscant Guard gunship is like my one last little inkling of faith for like some LEGO Star Wars going forward, because it's like, damn, dude, like they had to have known this just cut their sales in half, making Coruscant Guard gunship. So if we, as much as I don't want to say, but like, kind of support them and buy them, look, if buy one, dude.
Yeah, they have to be confident in it.
Yeah, so look, I mean, if everyone, instead of you saying, "Oh, it's red, I don't want to support it," I mean, if you don't buy this, dude, they're not gonna make another gunship of any damn color for the next 20 years. So it's like, just so I would say, like, look, like this works, you know.
As you probably know, with like the original UCS gunship and what the designers said about that, and how they were basically like, we don't want they like crapped all over us, made us eat that crap,
Yeah. Yep.
and then they had the gall to sit there and be like, you should buy it anyway. I really didn't like that. Now I think the gunship was an amazing design, this and that, but the way that they worded a lot of things, really struck a chord with me. And so I thought, I kind of feel the same way, more or less here. It's like people should buy what they deem as good or bad, or good, worth the money.
And
if they don't want a Coruscant gunship, I think that's fair. Like it is a pretty out there idea of a gunship, and it's not, again, it's one that you see for what, 12 seconds? I don't remember. But you get the point. Go ahead.
I think me putting the buying aspect in there, I'll retract that. But I think having the kind of maybe hatred towards, again, everyone can have their own opinions. I'm a big advocate of that. But I don't think for LEGO Star Wars itself, it's as detrimentally bad as some people are kind of making it out to be. But I'll take the buying thing. I'll retract that because I'm a advocate of buying what you want. But
I would also say, oh, go ahead, sorry.
One last thing. I mean, do you think, again, another tinfoil theory, man, with all these clone sets? I mean, do you think this is like a reverse psychology sabotage of a prequel set because they know it's not going to sell as well? So then they can come at us in 2 years and be like, we only sold 50 of these. Like, we're not making a gunship. Get out of here. Like, do you think they're purposely making it niche?
I actually think it's really good that they made it niche and it's not a standard one. I think it tells me, at least in my like very professional marketing analysis that I definitely graduated college with a degree for, that they are very confident in a gunship selling, and that they are going to do more. They are going to do more variants of gunships. Because if they just did another standard one, maybe it's just forever and always going to be standard red and white gunships. But for them to do something so outside of the box like this, it makes me like feel like it gives me real hope that there could be a Munos 10 gunship one day. Like I genuinely like feel like it could happen. There really could be a Plo's Bros gunship one day. I think when we eventually get that Plo Koon and Commander Wolf and what are they called? Wolfpack Troopers in a set, it's going to be a Plo's Bros gunship. Like it gives me real confidence for that sort of thing to maybe happen one day. I no longer feel like it's this like never ever going to happen. These guys don't like us. This and that. Like I do feel like this means something more than where you're at on it, where you think it's like they're trying to tank.
Well, see, I'm not on the sabotage.
I know that it's going to sell less, but they're okay with it selling less because they're confident that it'll sell enough. And then in 2 years they'll do another one with a different color scheme, and it will sell just as many.
Well, see, I'm not on the sabotaging thing. That's why I said tinfoil theory.
Oh, sure, okay.
So I'm, but where I agree with you on that, and I guess I'll bank this question to you is: are you more on the side of, do you think this Coruscant gunship will lead to more different colorized gunships, or do you think that just means 2 years from now, or even maybe next year, are we going to get a 327th yellow ATOT as our $140 big set that year? Or do you think they're going to just like, or do you think it strictly means, look, gunship comes out every 6 years, it's going to be a new color? Or do you think it means the next ATTE we get 4 years from now will be orange?
I doubt so the gunships obviously in universe have different colors and factions and everything. The ATTs and ATOTs are never depicted differently, are they?
I mean, on RepublicBricks.com.
Okay, well,
I'm joking.
Silly, but
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah. What do you call it? So no, that's anything that's not in the movie or show, I would say is a no to me.
So I mean, you think through these LEGO designers, man, we were just watching season 6 episodes.
I don't know how. Honestly, I have no idea how they would have come up with the idea. There's no way we'll ever know. But I'm kind of just talking out my butt here. There's no way they came up with that. Someone from like Disney or Hasbro had to tell them that idea. Because if you look at Hasbro, they've done like 4 or 5 different gunships right now. One of them is that Coruscant one. They have a green one, a Plos Bros one, and a regular one. Someone else had to tell them that.
Well, I mean, I heard. I mean,
they came up with the idea. All the credit in the world to them. But
I heard there's a couple of younger Lego Star Wars designers that popped in, right? I mean, you think? I mean, over the past like year or two, like I'm talking like early 20s, right? You think it's one of those guys that like
the one young guy that looks like he's my age is the minifigure guy, and he's the guy that keeps messing stuff up like this Captain Fox or Commander Fox.
But
he does I don't know.
But you don't think there's one other dude, maybe like a 22-year-old, he came in there, he's like, look, I remember when I was 13, he sat down all the designers, he's like, look, he set his foot down day one, and he said, I don't think you guys understand. There was a Coruscant gunship in season 6.
No, I feel like if you're going to make that argument and you're that person, you're in there advocating for a muniless gunship.
You would hope, yeah. You would definitely hope. But I think the only way that the Lego designers would have ever known.
People in the world that like were like, this is the one you have to make. I don't know.
I'm going. Muniless all day, man. Back to the for me, I wanted Muniless. So with those 5, you kind of told me
Muniless.
Yeah. So yeah, Muniless 1, and then Muniless for you as well, right?
Yeah.
And then my 2, from what you said, for my personal preference, would be the Plos Bros as my 2.
Rod had a good comment. Yeah, that person clearly doesn't actually exist. He's a figment of your imagination, Tyler. That's a good one. Anyway, 2 Plos Bros. Okay, I would take Muniless 2. No, wait, I was Muniless 1. We're both Muniless 1. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah. Muniless 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nah. I would go Keller and Beck 2 just because I think that is the coolest idea for a set all in.
Okay. So you're doing that number 2 based off like you're actually kind of vouching for Lego. Like you want them to put out a very like I
think they should do what's like currently popular, and the Mandalorian is currently popular. So yeah. I go with that. Okay. What's your three?
I mean, at that point, I still got to go Coruscant Guard gunship as my 3rd, and I'll give you the reason after the whole list is done. But my 3rd's Coruscant gunship.
I'd go Plos Bros 3rd.
Okay, then I'm going Keller and Beck.
I'd take regular 4th, and then what's your last?
I'm going regular last. Yeah.
Okay, and then my last is Coruscant, just because like I don't even remember seeing it in the show. Not that I don't think it's cool. I don't like the idea. I think I'm gonna really love the gunship design, and I'll probably buy a couple of them. I'm obviously gonna hate the clones, but that's besides the point. That we're just talking about gunship designs. But yeah, I would put Coruscant last just because it's the one I have the least care or connection to. Why is Coruscant 3rd for you?
What's up?
Well, you said you would say why Coruscant was 3rd, I think.
Okay, yeah. So I'll kind of give my brief kind of, so again, I kind of went over Muniless already. That's just, it's obvious. Plos Bros, I think because again, I'm a huge advocate of these stylized gunships. I think that means a lot going forward. Whether they make purple ATOTs or, pink gunships in the future, like whatever. Like, I think that means we're stepping in that direction, which is good, and look, this is coming from someone, again, this is all my personal preference. I have 3 2013 white gunships. If I need a white gunship for a mock, I can go over and grab my white gunship. So that's coming from me right here. So Plos Bros is 2 because I think Plos Bros is more relevant than Coruscant Guard gunship in every aspect. So then Coruscant gunship would be 3rd, all right, because it's again still unique, still stylized. But then my 4 and 5 spot naturally. Look, I mean. Again, it comes from the fact I've already got regular gunship, so I'm not fiending for a new regular one. And
right.
But, Keller and Beck, just the idea that you spit out, is way better than I feel like a regular. I'd much rather get the Keller and Beck scene.
That version of a regular gunship. When I say regular, I'm envisioning like episode 2, like.
Well, then definitely, dude. I don't need an episode. Like episode, I'm telling you for a fact. Like I love the prequels, man. I love episode 2. But I'm serious, man. Like this episode 2 stuff needs, like, I'm sick of seeing those episode 2 clones. I'm sick of like
made one set with them. Oh wait, no.
But 2018 battle pack, man. They made the accessory pack. Like they put them in. They had a whole stretch of them back in like just overall. First off, maybe hot take, maybe not. Sure, they're the first clones ever live action. I should respect them, but I think they're the ugliest looking clone. I think realistic. Phase 1 clones are the ugly, in universe and Lego, I think is the ugliest clone.
I mean, you got three different types basically. So yeah, of like standard, I guess. But yeah, fair enough.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean?
You said like 3 different types of regular.
Episode 2, just strictly speaking, standard. So like, if you're gonna say Galactic Marines are ugly or whatever, like just of like the regulars, you have the episode 2 phase 1, Clone Wars phase 1, and then episode 3 movie phase 1. I guess animated phase or phase.
Well, I said realistic then. I mean, I'm talking about just strictly episode 2 base. Like, I mean, I love to do Clone Wars P1's my absolute favorite.
End up being the ugliest because it's like it's them. Like, I think Clone Wars look awesome, and I think episode 3 look awesome when they don't have the holes. So yeah, they're but it's like, to me, I'm like, if we're at 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, maybe this is an 8.5 out of 10. It's not like it's not like ABF of a letter grade,
Yeah. For the people saying Tyler L, man, I want you couple people to say what's your least favorite clone then. And then and
then you can tell them it there now.
Yeah, I'm saying, I mean, what stops me from saying you have an extremely
all right.
Commander
Fox. Can we all agree that the torso is just inaccurate for no reason? Like, so
see, it's like the Vaughn, dude. It's like they just don't, like, you look at the the Vaughn with the gray.
Vaughn's supposed to have gray in like the stomach area, right?
Yeah, so it's like, dude, the minifigure designer, dude.
And they did gray on the Cody. That's what's like. People will defend it and be like, "Well, it doesn't matter," and they're not going to get every detail right. And it's like, but they had gray on Cody. I don't know.
Dude, you are damn right, dude. Yeah, you see right there.
Why can't Vaughn have gray? It's not.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's whack. Because the thing is, look, do you see some of these comments too on Instagram and stuff saying, "Oh, Vaughn's just a recolored Cody." Yes, he is, dude. So why does Vaughn not have?
Make him. It's actually, well, the helmet's more of like I would say the top is probably like Cody with a 332nd, right? Is that?
Well, yeah, but like still, like, I mean, Vaughn technically has those like little like things that Cody does, right? I mean, like Cody has like the little like dark tan like lines on the top. Like Vaughn still has that style on top of his helmet. The gray, like same with the jetpack and everything, man. Like, why did Cody? I understand Cody's a much more important character, but to everyone just saying, "Oh, dude, Vaughn's just a recolor of Cody," like, don't take it too serious. Like, then why did they not give us a Vaughn that is literally just a Vaughn version of Lego Cody? Like, exactly, like, with the gray in the front, a proper, at least different, dude, in any aspect, man, even just a smidge little difference, for
all right, everyone in chat, name this character. Come on, guys, let's see it. I'm ready. I'm waiting.
Only for shout.
Let's see people name this character. Name this character that got a unique dual molded helmet that looks amazing in one set 5 years ago, that from a show you've never watched. No, don't name. If you know what he's named, don't name him, because then everyone else is just going to copy you. You get my point, though. I know a lot of you would obviously know this, but the idea is, it's so dumb to argue that this clone trooper should be bad when more people know who that clone trooper is, or who Rex or Cody or Fox is, right? This isn't a show. How many of you actually watched Star Wars Resistance? I watched one episode and stopped. What were you gonna say?
Hey, I'll say I watched 2 of them, dude. So I've a little more experience with Resistance. So hey, I've got some nostalgia for Von Reg, right?
It makes me so angry when I see people say, like, because they're like new to Lego and have no idea what they're talking about. They're like, well, they can't make a unique mold for Cody. Like, what do you mean they can't? Then what did they do here? What have they done it for 1,000 other characters over the last 20 years of all sorts of Lego themes? Like Winnie the Pooh has a unique mold. Eeyore has a unique mold. I forget the rest of the. Tigger has a unique mold. Like, what's your angle here? Like, I don't get it. I just want this stuff to look awesome, because in cases like this, it can look awesome. Von Reg's a great minifigure, and it shows how good Lego Star Wars can be when someone somewhere actually cares. I mean, this is as much as I don't care for this show. This TIE Interceptor set.
Yeah, what are the damn odds? I got it right behind me, dude, and we're talking
fantastic.
About it. Yeah. I like it a lot.
I don't know his name. Is that a unique dual mold hairpiece for just that character in this set? I don't know.
Dude, what's his name really? Do you have his name really quick? Can you find like in the front of the box? I'll look it up on Bricklink.
Look up 75240 on Bricklink and then look at the
75254. Okay, let's see.
mini 75240.
Oh yeah, I looked up the ATST. What's the set number? One last time.
75240, and then look at the minifig list.
Let's
yeah, I think the point's been made enough times, and anyone that's here probably just knows. But like, I see a lot of casuals that will come in and like tell me that they can't make a unique mold for Cody. And mind
only on that figure. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. So 2 unique molds for 1 set. How could they have done that? That's crazy. It's so expensive. Anyway.
Well, see, and one quick thing too involving accuracies, just really quick, would be when you look at like a LEGO Star Wars minifigure, like a lot of these people that say, you know, oh, you can't get like Hasbro action figure level detail and like it can't be 1-to-1 accurate.
That's real bad faith arguing. That's the worst. I hate.
So what I'm getting at with that is like, I think when you think of a minifigure, man, like, you know, just to get it proper, you know, you're looking at the helmet, you know, the front of the helmet, the front of the torso, the front of the legs. I think those are like the most important things, man. Like, you know, I think we've come to an agreement, like as a community, like arm printing really ain't too needed on a lot of these guys. You know, it's not, we don't expect it.
No, I don't even look for arm print. I don't usually say it's a bad thing when it doesn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, side of the leg printing, dude, we don't need it. You know, so it's like, you know, if we're making that argument, like where it's like, say, you and me right here are saying, dude, Captain Vaughn has to have he has to have
printing on the inside of his legs, actually.
Well, yeah, you do.
It's just not accurate.
Captain Vaughn needs the speck of battle damage on his right arm printed now, dude. Like, we're not looking for that. But I think when you're looking at a minifigure, man, you know, again, the front of it, man, just make the front look right. You know, get it right. Give us the gray on the torso. Give us the front of the helmet looking right. You know, I think that's the bare minimum of like what should be a reasonable expectation for a LEGO product. You know, so I don't agree with that argument. Like, I understand, dude. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, a 1-to-1 scale Captain Vaughn, you know, measured down, you know, or, you know, down to minifigure scale. It just won't be. But just give us the key details on the front, man. We're looking at the front of the fig half the time. Give us the.
I replied to someone today that was like talking. I can't remember what it was, but he did the it's not 100% accurate thing, and I was basically like, do you people? I literally said, do you people all have like a sheet that you read off anytime you want to like shill for Lego, where it says like you say one of these 5 things? People don't like defend thing on a 1-by-1 basis. They say one of the same like 5 things every time, and one of those obviously is like, well, it's not going to be 100% accurate. If you want something that's 100% accurate, go buy a Hasbro figure. And I'm like, you could Lego could release and I told him, I'm like, I bet Lego could release an orange helmet just with no print with a blue torso, and you would still defend it and say it looks good enough to a 332nd Trooper because it has the 2 colors that it has.
I mean, Ryan, you got to understand, dude. I mean, the fans only remember Vaughn as a orange and blue clone.
I don't even know who Vaughn is. I don't know what his voice sounds like. He could sound like a girl. He could be mute and never talk in the show. I know nothing about him other than he's a dang good-looking figure. There's no way some of the designers don't have burner accounts. I only follow one of the Star Wars designers on Instagram, or at least I only know of one that has an account. But he's actually a cool one, Caesar.
Does he post something like?
He posts like every once in a while. Like
anything like behind the scenes no, just his own stuff kind of thing.
No, I think he'll just put. I don't really remember. It's just Caesar Suarez or whatever on Instagram. You can find it pretty easily. I'm sure it'll just pop up. But
I'll put your following or whatever. Yeah, I'll check it out.
I'll go harass him. He's one of the good ones. Anyway, where are we at here? Oh, okay. So that's the gunship. We talked way too long about that.